One of the most commonly utilized ROS features are publishers and subscribers. In this video, we will look at how to go about coding a ROS publisher in Python 3 using the ROS Noetic distribution. If you're not sure what a ROS publisher is, go watch my ROS framework overview video first to learn more. But with that, let's dive in. This will be a simple publisher that publishes a string of text that says "Hello World" along with a number which counts up every time it prints. So let's go ahead and open up our code editor. And we will open our Udemy packages as the folder we are editing. Hit OK. Go ahead and close this other one behind here. Let's create a new file, and we're just going to hit save and save it in our source, our package, and our scripts folder, and we'll call it publisher.py. Now, since this is a Python script and we want to use ROS with it, we will be importing our ROS.py simply by typing import ROS.py at the top of our script, which will give us access to all of our ROS functions in Python. Now let's make our standard if __ name is equal to _main, and inside this we will create a try except statement which will run our script unless we terminate it or ROS does. So to do this, we're going to write try, enter, and for right now I'll just put pass, except, pass. So to make it so that our script runs unless we terminate it or ROS terminates it, we will change except ROS.py dot ROS interrupt exception, and this function will allow the script to run unless we or ROS tries to interrupt it.
Hey everyone, Future Raymond here. I just wanted to point out that I made a typo here where I misspelled ROS.py. This is fixed in the attached code in the resources section.
Now let's put something in our try statement. For now, I will call our publisher function hello _world _pub and give it the parentheses because it's a function. And it looks like I put an extra p in there. Let's get rid of that. And we'll define this function up above by doing def hello world pub. I'm going to use auto-completion there. We'll put our colon at the end, and we can create our new function. Since this is a new piece of software that will be utilizing ROS, we will need to initialize it as a ROS node. We can do this by using ROS.py.initNode function. The initNode function takes in a parameter of the name of the node. We're going to call our node hello world pub node. Alright, now that we've initialized our node, we need to create our publisher. We do this with the ROS.py.publisher command like this. The publisher needs to be given a topic name, so we will call it hello _world. Just a note that topic names should not contain spaces. We also need to include the type of message, which in this case will be a string ROS message type. So I'll put a comma and type in string, and in order to use this string, we'll go back to the top of our script and import it in. So string comes from the standard messages libraries, as we mentioned when we created our ROS workspace in the last video. To import it in, we're just going to type in from standard _messages.msg import string. And with that, we'll be able to use the ROS string message type. Then we have to include one last parameter, which is called queue size. The queue size is the number of messages that will be held onto if ROS.py is not able to publish the messages fast enough. After this queue is exceeded, it will begin dropping messages from the queue. We will most likely not be exceeding a queue with this simple publisher, but we will just set the queue size to 10 in this case. Okay, now that we created our publisher, we want this script to keep looping and publishing.
So we will create a while loop. So we'll do while not, and we'll use the rospy.isShutdown command. This will continue looping as long as a ROS node shutdown is not received, or we don't manually stop the script. Now to actually publish from our publisher, we will have to call a function from it. So in order to do that, we'll actually have to give this a variable name. In this case, I'll just call it pub. So with our variable name pub, which is our publisher, we can write pub.publish with parentheses, like so. If we wanted to publish the string hello world, we could do so by just putting in a string hello world as the input for the function, as long as it matches the string message type we declared above. Now we also wanted to include a counter, so let's go ahead and create that now. I'll go right above the while function and set I equal to 0. And after we publish, I will do I plus equal to 1, which will increment our counter. And then to actually increment it in with our publish statement, I'm going to add a space here and add it as a string and put an I there. So all this does is take our incrementing number from our I variable and converts it to a string to be appended onto our hello world that you see here. Now we can run the script as is, but that wouldn't be very wise, because the script would try to publish this message as fast as it possibly can in an infinite loop, which may lock up our computer. Rather than creating standard Python time delays, we will instead use the ROS rate feature. First, let's set a rate above our while loop, which will be the number of messages we send per second. So I'm going to do this by typing rate equals rospy dot rate, and in this case let's send 5 messages a second. So we'll type in the number 5. Now to apply this rate to our while loop, we'll go into it and use the rate.sleep function, like so. Great. With that, we are ready to run our first ROS Python script. There are a couple ways we could run it, but we're going to go ahead and open up a terminal, change into our workspaces directory, go into our Udemy workspace, go into our source folder, our Udemy package, and our scripts folder. Here we can see our publisher.py script. Oh, well first don't do the mistake I made. Let's actually save this first. So I'm going to hit Control S. Now all the changes we've made have now applied. I'll go back to my terminal. And we're just going to go ahead and run the Python 3 publisher.py command. And then run it. Okay, well the first thing we notice is a text appearing saying it cannot detect the ROS master. We can stop the script by hitting Control C. If you remember from the ROS installation video, we learned the command to start ROS master is ROS core. So let's go ahead and open a new terminal tab by using Control-Shift-T and run ROS core. Okay, so ROS core is running. So let's go back into our terminal tab with our script and try run it again. So I'll go ahead and clear this, and we will rerun our Python 3 publisher.py script. Well, our script is running without any errors, but nothing seems to be appearing on the screen. Well, our publisher node is indeed running. We are just not subscribing to the output. Let's open a new terminal window with Control-Alt-T and first confirm that our node is running, which we can do with the terminal command ROS node list. And our node named Hello World Pub node is indeed running. We can see that our node is publishing to a topic by using the ROS topic list command. And here we can see our Hello World topic. Lastly, we can view the data coming in over that topic by using the ROS topic echo command with the name of the topic we are interested in. In this case, it would be Hello World. And now again, you can use tab completion here. I'm going to go ahead and hit enter. Here you can see we are indeed printing our data from the string, which is Hello World, and then the number which is associated with the counter we've created. We're just going to hit Control-C to stop that command. And we can go into our other terminal and stop running our publisher. And notice we have a slight warning here. That's just because we we killed our other subscriber in the terminal. So I'm going to go ahead and Control C there to stop our publisher. Okay, now that we've stopped our publishing script, if I were to go ahead and do ROS topic list again, you can see the topic is no longer being published to. And if I try to rerun the ROS topic echo command, no output will come out. And we can go ahead and hit Control C. So great! Congratulations on developing code which utilizes ROS. Let's recap. We went over some of the ROS Python API functions. We imported ROS, imported message types, initialized nodes, created publishers, set a rate to publish, and kept looping until a node shutdown was detected. We learned one way to run our ROS Python script, reviewing startup of the ROS master, and went over some ROS topic commands to help ensure our node was operating as expected.
Hope you liked the video. Be sure to like, subscribe, and check out my online Udemy courses. Link in the description below.